The following podcast contains spoilers and profanity. Hello and welcome to episode 34 of the Half and Half Podcast. I'm your host Glenn Walker, and with me as always is MarsReviews.
You know, Matt Groening was like one of the people that was like speculated to be on like Jeffrey Epstein's plane.
What?
It's true.
That's not a true statement.
Yeah, it is. There's like one where like people were making fun of him.
Is that actually?
Yeah, he was on the Epstein plane.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so one of the things was like he got like there's like a document of like allegedly of Matt Groening receiving a foot massage.
Oh, okay.
Make that sure that's allegedly.
Anyway, Mars, last year you came to the good old New York Comic Con with me.
I did.
We're gonna do that again. You and me and two of our other friends.
We are. We're gonna cause mayhem. We're gonna cause a lot of fucking trouble in New York.
We're just gonna go to New York Comic Con.
It's gonna be huge. I'm just gonna say the type of chaos we're gonna bring.
It's definitely not gonna be huge. We're only going like a couple days.
It only takes a day to cause chaos, Glenn.
I guess so. You got me right there. Yeah, Mars and I are gonna be at New York Comic Con again, and we're gonna have like little businesses. So if anyone is in the tri-state area and happens to be going to New York Comic Con, can see us and get a business card or something.
We're gonna put them in urinals.
We're mostly just gonna be hanging out. We're not gonna be there too many days. We're probably gonna be there maybe 2 days at most. Yeah. We went like 4 days last year, and it was fun for the first couple, but it just got kind of overplayed after a bit.
Yeah, like a lot of like those like on the later days, because I feel like New York Comic Con is really just Friday and Saturday. Let's say the biggest that it gets. I think that mostly Friday, because I looked at the panel thing, and most of the people, like celebrities, come out like, you ain't gonna get me to fucking come on a Sunday. That's for my family and Jesus. So
the only thing I'm happy is that the Archer panel is not on Sunday; it's on Thursday.
Is it?
It is.
Oh,
I can see that.
Which days are we gonna go? Because we said that we're gonna go on.
I assumed we were gonna go Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, I guess so. I think Friday's the one that I want to hit up. Follow Glenn's afro. Look for him in person with like an afro.
Yeah,
you'll probably find it easier.
We're gonna have a thing. We're gonna hand out business cards. Anyone who compliments my hair is gonna get a business card.
We're gonna pass out business cards. We're gonna drop them all over the con.
in the toilets, in the urinal.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna leave them everywhere.
Yeah, but it's mostly just gonna be that, and then we're gonna hang out in the city mostly for the rest of our time there.
What is the thing? We're gonna go to Nintendo World and like.
We're gonna go to Nintendo World. We're gonna go everywhere. We're gonna go to a bunch of different places because we have more time now instead of just going to New York Comic Con every day now. Yeah, we're gonna go with 2 of our friends. One of them happens to be the Front Porch, if you remember him from our Into the Spider-Verse podcast. Anyway, yeah, New York Comic Con. We're gonna go there, and now let's talk about Disenchantment.
Hey, what's up? I'm Mars. We're gonna be talking about Disenchantment, and I'm not currently getting my feet rubbed though.
Did watching season 2 make you feel like you were getting your feet rubbed?
I felt like I was getting a really rough deal. My feet being rubbed.
Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, today we're talking about the 2nd season of Disenchantment, Matt Groening's his magnum opus.
Hey, that's the only relevant like shit that happened with like any of the people.
I mean, for us especially. I mean, we're in this big movie drought that is the past like 2 months. Mars, no movies are out still.
Yeah, no movies are out.
I got a recommendation to see the movie Hustle, and I heard that's pretty good, but I don't really want to see that in theaters.
You don't want to see Downtown Abbey?
I don't want to see Downton Abbey. I don't want to see Hustle.
What about Good Boys?
Or Hustlers?
What about Good Boys?
Good Boys, they can wait. If they're good enough boys, they can wait for Netflix. Fuck them.
Glenn, it has an 80 on Rotten Tomatoes and
I'm sure.
It has a 69 on IMDb.
Hustler has a 80% as well. I hear it's alright, but it's like I can wait. I'm patient.
Glenn,
I don't want to see that.
There's some stuff you can watch. Ad Astra. Is this another fucking snowman movie? No, another fucking
abominable. Is that out? I think that's out, isn't it?
It came out today, bro.
Oh, that's an L. All right, sorry, DreamWorks or whoever made that movie.
Dang, it really ain't shit to watch. Holy fuck. So
we got Joker next week or like a week after that or whatever.
So because there's nothing to watch, or there's just like mostly like good movies that I live in fucking Kentucky, so I can't watch Peanut Butter Falcon.
I couldn't watch it either. You want to be like, Clem, let's watch Peanut Butter Falcon. Go see it. Don't fucking watch just Disenchantment season 2. Go watch Peanut Butter Falcon and give Shia LaBeouf some change. So, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look up where this is playing, and it was in Staten Island, nowhere near me.
So because there ain't shit to really watch, we gotta watch Disenchantment season 2.
Disenchantment season 2.
Glenn, what did you think of Disenchantment season 2?
Well, I think a better question is, what did you think of Disenchantment season 1?
I thought that was a very disappointing and mundane series that just like, I thought like, oh man, the writers of like Matt Groening, which is not really exciting on itself, but with the combination of other people that worked on The Simpsons and The Gooder Times and Futurama, I thought it was going to be a lot more interesting than what it was, and it was really fucking boring.
It was very, very dull and mundane and not that funny.
We
were incredibly underwhelmed by that. I went back to our old episode and we weren't happy with it.
There were highlights in certain characters. I think Eric Andre's character Lucy was very, and still remains the most.
He is the best character in the show.
Into the show because of one is Eric Andre and his performance in the shit that they have him to say.
Mr. Lion King himself.
Mr. Lion King.
Mr. Lion King. If you look up Eric Andre on the red carpet for Lion King, and that man.
That new season is gonna be fucking wild with that fucking haircut.
With that haircut, that shaved haircut.
Yeah, he like buds down his hair, so now he's like a cue ball, basically. He has like regular human hair, and it's actually kind of disgusting.
Fucking looks like, I don't know. He looks like, you've ever played the video game Vampire the Masquerade Bloodline? It looks like Strauss on the red carpet there. But Maximilian.
I felt, there's only really like, I felt like the main character Bean was just kind of like, in the first season, it's kind of this not very interesting character.
She's not interesting. She wasn't likable, not even in the sense of like most unlikable protagonists nowadays where like I want to follow her.
Yeah, she's kind of like a dick within her like within her series, but she doesn't really go that far to really it's like funny. You know, like how Bojack is just kind of like a
Bojack, Sterling Archer. It's like, so there's other protagonists that do the asshole stick, and it's like, okay, we have the girl doing it now.
She doesn't go too far with that sort of.
No, not really.
No. But and there's also like one of the more annoying characters, Elfo. In the first season, I would say that he got better, or he was a little bit more tolerable in this new season.
But, a little bit.
In the first one, he was just really fucking annoying. I just didn't want to watch episodes that one center around him, or two just had him in it.
There were a pretty decent amount of episodes that center around him last season, yeah.
So I didn't really like the first season. This one, I enjoyed it a little bit more, though. I thought it was gonna be a little bit different in like how it was, because the show is a comedy. It is mostly a fantasy comedy, but what they introduced is like some story elements into it. Like the last season, it was to bring back Tia Beanie's mother, and they did. And then I thought like, oh, the next season's gonna be a little bit more with that, and they
focusing on the consequences of that, because like the whole thing is that, you know, Bean brings back her mother, and so it's like, you know, her mother turns out to be evil, and she actually was like conniving through like the whole time of marrying her father, and ends up basically poisoning the entire kingdom and turning every one of the peasants and, you know, all the characters into stone aside from like Bean and her father and Lucy. It's just like, okay, this is interesting. There's consequences to this. It's like, okay, this is a legit cliffhanger.
And the first episode kind of goes about that, her basically realizing that her mother's kind of a fucking piece of shit. Kind of an evil.
Just finding that out immediately.
And basically escaping from her and going back into the kingdom, which is in the ruin, because everyone's in like stone. And I think that's like how many episodes? Like 2 to 3 episodes of that, and then it just kind of
two or three episodes, and like the 4th episode or the 3rd episode, they just fix it.
Yeah, and then the show just kind of resets itself into just doing like very Just very slice of life. Just kind of.
It just goes back to where it was, to its roots of the first season, and that's where I started. That's where it started to lose me just a little bit more. It's like I was actually kind of entertained a little bit more than I was in the first season in those first like couple episodes. Yeah. Actually, like the dynamic and like the little, the little connecting line that they were having was like, okay, these characters need to get out of the situation. Bean and Lucy, they gotta get away from her mom, and like she's fucking gone in like half the she's in the first episode, and then like she sparsely shows up throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, I thought that was like she was gonna play a big role into it, but then it's like she's literally in the first and the last episode of the series, and it's like all right. Yeah. Other times that she does appear is like in like flashbacks or just like dream sequences.
Yeah.
And I found it to be very disappointing. I think that the episodes themselves, that when they do reset, are of much better quality than the ones that were in the first one.
A little bit. They're okay, but it's just like it went a bit too far for me. It's like in the sense that like it just retreaded itself to the point where like she's bickering with her father again about like really petty shit, like, oh man, I'm not gonna become sober, Dad. Fuck you, I'm gonna steal your cash.
Wasn't that like an episode in the first one where like, at least it feels like it. I feel like there's like the progression within the characters, just like when they go back into like those episodes, it's kind of like lost.
It's just like it's also the fact that like these the characters like reconnect, her and her dad. They kind of make amends after they bring back the town and fix all the consequences of the season finale. And it's just like, okay, these characters have connected, everything's back to normal, and now it's just like, oh, it's back to normal in this sense too. We're like, okay, we're just back to square one now.
Yeah, like I would say, like the first episode is actually really good. I like the first episode of this one. I like the second episode too, and like I think the second one is about them trying to
they're in hell in that episode.
Yeah, that's a really good one because it's more. It has like development on like Lucy, and like you learn a little bit more about him. That he's You learn a little bit. It's interesting about like the demon sort of like hierarchy. Like you learn that how they get their stuff and how they move up into the ranks.
In the first season, like Lucy's like conniving, and he's acting like he's the big shit, and like it turns out he's like the biggest loser in the fucking in the actual like hell ring.
Yeah, it kind of raises a problem in it too, because like I don't know if this is for you. Maybe I'm being nitpicky here, but so one of his things was that like because he's a demon, he is granted certain things with that perk.
Yeah.
One of them is that he is immortal.
Yeah, apparently.
And if you bring like humans and shit down to hell, you get like wings, and you get stronger wings and stuff.
If you like betray them and shit like that, okay, so that's like, oh, you get a promotion just like that, just like snap.
Yeah, but then he like betrayed them, and it says like one of the things he lost was his immortality, and that became interesting because it was like they still do a lot of things with under the impression in later episodes that he is like indestructible or like immortal, and a lot of it is for comedic value. But it's just like, there's like one joke where they throw him outside of like a fucking window, and it's like 100 feet off the ground, and it's like, he's not immortal anymore.
That was a good joke, but yeah, now you pointed out, it's just like, okay, that didn't make sense.
Yeah, it's just like, oh.
He's just trying to be a dick to Alpha. It's like someone tiny, he's gonna go out the window. Just get
I'm not gonna take away, that joke was funny when they like, in context, but it's just like, fuck, he probably should have died if we already established that.
So like, what is he when he's not immortal? Is he actually just a cat? Is he, because he's still like a shadow, like he still has that like stylistic,
I guess he's just a cuck demon. I guess
he's just a cuck. He's just like a demon. This just like ages somehow.
Yeah, that's.
How can you be a demon and be mortal at the same time? It's a big contradiction.
Hey, he's Argandre.
He's Argandre. It's fine. He can be both.
He can do anything.
He's a demi-demon.
Yeah. The first three, like we said, are pretty strong, and then after that, a lot of them are very hit or miss. I think that certain episodes are pretty good. I think the episode, what is that one? I think the episode where where they're actually like trolls. Like trolls are trying to infiltrate the tower.
That was the episode. I did like the episode itself. I actually didn't mind like the whole concept of the heist. It was just the problem I had where it's like, okay, we're back to square one with Bean and hating her father and just like bickering with him.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we've been here, we've been there.
That's one of my problems with it. Is it's kind of like it's that, but what I like about that one though is basically just like the trolls and like all the other shit, like all the other like extra characters within it are pretty fucking cool. Like you learn a little bit more about well, you don't learn anything. You kind of already have the idea that his fucking advisor is gonna fucking go after him, but all the shit with like
that was the I think that wasn't that the episode where like they fucking like all the elves just like drink the bathwater of all the fucking peasants.
That was I don't think that's the same episode, but that one's fine. That one's
just like this like fucking idiots.
I like that
all the free water.
I like that one because it's just like a fucking because it gets super real for some reason. Like it's like
just fucking like the kids like drinking just like start floating in the puddle.
Like everything. That's like a realistic float too. Like they're just like slowly
dead bodies.
drifting. That's a strong.
I will admit, this season did have me chuckling. It's definitely more humorous.
Yeah, the first season seemed a little bit more trying to be a little bit more adventurous, I guess. I felt like a little bit more like they left the kingdom a little bit more in the first season. This one they kind of keep it within.
Yeah, there also aren't as many like action scenes as the first one tried to do.
No,
they're there, but there aren't that many.
There's not as many mythical other than like the trolls. Like that, you see ogres. You see ogres once.
You see ogres. You see mermaids, but they're just humans. So it's like
it's not. Yeah, it's not as mythical as with it like the first one. It's a little bit more of like a very Well, they do leave once, and it's actually pretty cool. I think it's another.
Oh, the fucking I guess we can get to that a little bit.
It's weird. I don't know. The seasons like I thought like when you go in like different seasons like progression you would get a little bit more with it, like you would explore a little bit more, but this one seems a little bit more regressed into just them chilling at home. Yeah,
I will say this season like the first season, it's a mixed bag, but I definitely did enjoy this one more. All right,
Elfo's more tolerable in it.
LFO's more tolerable.
He actually has funny things to say, though.
I didn't mind. Yeah, he was okay. He was more tolerable. I just kind of found it annoying where it's like at the beginning of the whole arc of that, it's like, oh, you left me to die. It's like, you chose your mother instead of me. It's like, okay, I knew you for like maybe a couple months. And I just like, okay, I want to bring my mother back. And you're really holding that much of a grudge between this?
I can see the dilemma within that one, because I think he was actually heartbroken because he was having feelings for her. But like, I didn't really find that part really, because like, I think his impression was that they were the best.
He was okay in that, I guess, but it's like,
she also never met her mom, really.
Yeah, I guess, and.
So there's probably a little bit more justified.
I just personally didn't really like his attitude, even though it's like, yeah, he's justified, I guess. But also just like I think the one episode where like him and Lucy are trying to like get with, like they're fighting over Elfo's girlfriend from like the first season. That sucked.
That did suck. That was like one of the most like, who fucking cares? Because this character's never gonna come into like any sort of fold in like any other episode. Like she'll just be like you know what she'll be like just a generic background character that just has no distinction. Like even though she had an episode within her, she'll just become a background character that just says random lines.
Yeah,
it feels like Family Guy, where like they'll have an episode that's based around a character, but then like later on they'll just become background characters that have no personality. That's what that character will be. And then it will just be like, oh, we focus this entire episode about this shit that was so obvious from the beginning, but it's just boring. Like I don't even think they really grew too much.
Yeah, she also just wasn't that good of a character from when they had of her.
No.
I do like some of the things they did with like the more supporting cast, like her stepmom. The fish woman.
Oh yeah, she kind of fucks off though. But she
just fucks off. She just leaves and then they get divorced. That's it.
Yeah, she kind of was like pretty like. I like what they did with her, but then she just kind of becomes like a. What does she become, like a pirate?
She becomes like a pirate and just leaves her son.
Yeah, he actually
does not visit him.
He actually does some stuff, and I think that what's his name, Derek?
Yeah, my namesake. Finally,
I just want to call him Ralph.
Ralph Wiggum.
Yeah, because he just basically is Ralph Wiggum.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
except less like mentally.
Like he was barely in the first season. I remember like nothing of him, and I really liked him in this one.
I liked him too because he's just kind of like is just like a child, but also says like some like pretty interesting things.
Yeah, just like actually like, oh yeah, it's like at least I don't fucking walk around with an elf who wants to fuck me or like have sex with me. Yeah. He just looks at
his random spurts of like actual like
just like disses.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but I also like
another like fucking good one was just the one Maurice LaMarche character, like the priest guy. He's like he's trying to he becomes evil later on. And he's like, yeah, we're going to use the prince as our puppet. He'll never notice anything. You guys talking about puppets in here? And he fucking just, like, barges into the room.
Get out of here! Yeah, they just tell him to fuck off. Like,
you guys talking about puppets?
I think one of the things I liked about him is that through the story, the king is out of commission. But they throw him into like a royal. He's already royalty, but like he's back actually like crowned as the king, and he goes like he's presented with a court like a trial, and like this man says he tried to steal his pig. This man says otherwise, and he just like executes both of them.
Yeah, that was okay.
And then like later on, he just asks him like his dad like, "What is justice?" It's like,
just like I have made my decision. It kills both of them.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty alright. I like the episode. I didn't mind the coffee episode, like where she's like the coffee episode.
Oh, where she's trying to figure out her stuff.
Yeah, she ends up writing a play because she's mad at her dad still and tries to like vent her anger.
If she's mad at her dad in the 3rd season, I swear to fucking Christ. It's just like Jesus. Like how many? There's like in the middle.
Listen.
There's like two and a half seasons of her like season and a half of her hating her dad. Like it's just like, come on.
Your dad has done nothing wrong.
That is not true at all.
That's not true at all.
He has done stuff to warrant some of this anger, but I just feel like it's very dragged on.
Yeah, it's like like he cares about you, but it's like, okay, we're doing this now again.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? A good episode that I liked. I liked the episode that I think this is one of the better episodes within the series. Was like when they focused primarily onto the father about his like love life.
Yeah, his second love life immediately after he gets divorced.
Yeah, I actually really liked that one.
Yeah, I didn't mind it either.
Because I think I think the dad is just like. I think him and Lucy are like Lucy's funnier, but like I think he's my second favorite character in the series.
I don't mind. Yeah, the king is fine. I didn't mind him. John DiMaggio, he's good, but like I think
I think the one thing that's cringe is that they basically just do
fucking
like
the Bender joke.
Yeah,
that sucked.
That is cringe. Like
bite my shiny metal axe. Thank you, John.
It is. I don't know, because like in certain things, I could see like things like where you reference yourself as being funny, but that one is lame. That one. I know.
I was talking to our friend Gary about this. Failing Upwards guys. He's cool. Watch his shit. But I was talking to him about this and Disenchantment. He's like, oh yeah, I'm not really interested in watching it. I told him about the Bender reference there, and he's like, oh, that's terrible. He said like, oh, that reminds me of like John DiMaggio's like documentary, which is apparently like really actually good, but like at the last third of it, he just makes it like a commercial for himself. I was Marcus Phoenix.
But fucking I remember seeing the trailer for that one, and they put that out as like one of the standout jokes into it.
I'm happy I didn't see that.
It's fucking terrible. Like,
yeah, it's not good.
Like, I feel like if you're gonna that one's a too obvious one. Like, I hate shit like that. I hate some of that shit in like bigger movies. Like, I think some Marvel movies do like callbacks are the most obvious fucking shit, and some of them are lame. They're much more well executed than this one. Like even the worst ones. But come on, bite my. That's on fucking t-shirts, bro. Like that would be like Bean going like eat my shorts. Like what the fuck are we talking? Or Elfo doing that shit? Fuck off. That sucks. But I like that episode because it's actually kind of like very sad. Like it's
emotional.
Yeah, it's actually emotional.
Yeah, because you see more of the king's emotional side actually.
I feel like a lot of this series, like with their emotional stuff, they kind of have like failings with it. Like some of them don't really strike the way I think that they want to, but I feel like this one's actually one that actually hit because like the king, like one of the things, he falls in love with a bear lady, and like one of her because she's like part animal, that she wants to return to the forest, but he actually wants her to stay and be with them, and he makes like a rash decision to try to hide her thing that turned her into a bear. And then like I just felt like the whole stuff where he's like looking and realizing, like him actually coming to a realization that it was like, oh, well, I can't just keep her here. I have to actually follow. If I actually love her, I gotta let her go. It's one of those things. Like, if I really loved her, I gotta let her go. Is that like a song? I feel like...
Probably. It's probably a bunch of songs.
No, it's like, this is like, and I let her go. Oh, oh, oh. I don't know. It's one of those episodes, but it's a pretty well done one.
You love her and then you let her go.
You love her and then you let her go.
Yeah, pretty much.
The side plot with that one, I don't remember fuck all from that one. It was fucking lame, but that part was good.
Wasn't that the episode with the whole double dating thing, or like the? I don't even remember. I think it was. Yeah, because there was a dance, I think.
Oh, it's also because like the bear character herself was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, I didn't mind her.
She was just like, it's like mixed with like her like misconceptions of like human life. I feel like that was.
Just like dancing. It's like, where's my ball?
Yeah, that shit. That was pretty good. But yeah, like some of those like middle episodes are just cringe, or not cringe, they're just very boring within it in the series. But I like the final couple ones. I
like the second to last one. And I like that was like, oh right, I didn't mind that.
The steampunk.
I didn't really. Okay, I didn't mind the aesthetic of it. I really like the world that they go to. So the whole thing is basically a steampunk pilot ends up crashing his mechanical dragon like airship into fucking the dreamland or whatever, and they just shoot him down with arrows.
Yeah.
And Bean ends up like bringing him back to this like cyber steampunk world, and it's like, wow, I would honestly rather watch a show in this setting.
Yeah, it actually looked really nice. Like it was like
it's like a steampunk Futurama. I could totally see that working. Yeah,
it really does make you like, wow, if they just made a show that like adventure series out of this one, it's like it beats the shit out of this very boring fucking mundane like magical fantasy one. I'll be interested in seeing how, well, if I watch the third season. I probably will because I enjoyed this one a little bit more.
We probably watched it. Yeah, it's not like a Stranger Things where we didn't watch season 3 at all.
But if that should, because like they make that thing that's gonna come into the fold in the third season, or at least I think, because they mentioned
there's a whole thing where the big cyber steampunk people, they're gonna try and assassinate the king, because that was the whole thing.
Well, they'll probably know what they'll do. They'll do it like last time. They'll make it seem like it's gonna play a bigger part, and then like 2 episodes of the set, no, they fucked off, and then
turns out
it's people from the far off future or some shit, because this. Yeah. Having a whole season that, or at least half the season, that's the one thing. It's like, it's not even like half. They don't even meet you halfway with the shit. They just do it in like the first like 2 to 3 episodes and then go back to basics.
Those fucking like her aunt and uncle are like not even in the rest of the season either. Like they were like sprinkled in throughout the entire first season, and they were just gone for this one pretty much.
A lot of townsfolk people are like they're kind of, I feel like
you have her one maid and Marisa LaMarche, priest, Billy West.
Yeah, like wasn't there like episodes where like they kind of interact with the townsfolk a little bit more? They don't do that here. Probably for kind of, there's a reason, because
I don't know. I guess I didn't really mind the side characters that they had in here. Like I like the one coffee girl that Bean makes friends with like during that episode. She's like, oh yeah, women can't write.
Yeah.
Especially in this time period.
I thought they were a little bit more like advanced a little bit. I thought they were like, they knew about guns, but that steampunk one just kind of like, oh no.
Oh yeah, she just fucking ends up shooting her father accidentally.
Yeah, like so one of the guys tries to kill her. The guy that comes there and tries to fuck shit up. He just kind of comes and she goes to his world, and then she learns that they're trying to assassinate him. So she leaves the world and takes the guy's gun. And they all have the conception that it's like a different fucking use for it, and then like in a struggle she like shoots her dad, so she's gonna be like executed.
She's gonna get burned alive.
Yeah. I think the Executioner guy is he's pretty strong. He's the third best character in this series.
That was another thing. Like in the episode with the play, he's in that. And he accidentally ends up killing the. It's like, stop! Don't cut off their heads because fucking like Elfo and the pig are gonna get their heads cut off, and the playwright is gonna just gets his head cut off accidentally.
I like cruel jokes like that. That's a pretty good cruel joke. But that and that's not the last one. The last episode. What do you think of the last episode? I watched it like earlier, but I'm trying to.
I didn't. That was like mostly focusing on like going on trial and her fucking, and then the end. There's like a big cliffhanger, just like the season 1 finale.
It is that like it involves her mom again, and it's just like
she just shows up. She's like, miss me?
I wish you were in this season.
I wish you were more. Yeah, aside from just being there.
Yeah. So maybe we'll do this song and dance the next time, but
hopefully next 10 episodes or whatever.
What would you think? What did you give like the first season? I'd probably give it like a 5. I would give this one.
I would give it like a 5, maybe a 6 on a good day.
I think I would give this one a 6.5 to where I would actually like its improvements are actually really noticeable.
Yeah, I could see it having more potential now if it actually like keeps going in this direction.
Yeah, because I'm actually like, I said earlier, I was like, season 3, like I actually do have some excitement. I'm not, because like when I was coming into this, I was groaning because it was like,
because like I kept like, hey, watch it. We're gonna talk about it because there's no movies out. He's like, no, I don't want to talk about Disenchantment. Fuck you and Lucy.
But if season 3 does not if season 3 actually like commits to like something like a little bit more involved with like her mom being a villain in like that other world for like more than 2 episodes, season 3 should be good. I probably will really enjoy it. Disenchantment, you get a thumb up. You get a thumb up, not 2 thumbs up.
You get one thumb. You get 1 thumb up.
Yeah, you get a thumb. You get like a 3/4 of a thumb.
You get like half a thumb. You get like. The thumb's just like a little bit up.
Yeah.
All right. But, anyway, we got time for questions now. There we go. All right. If you want to ask us a question, be sure to join the Half and Half Podcast Discord page and ask us stuff in the Questions and Suggestions tab. You can join our Discord page with the link, and we'll probably have it in the description of our Anchor page and our YouTube channel page here, or Mars's YouTube. Yeah, the YouTube video here. All right. From Dr. Z. Question: are there any people who you love their work but you hate them as a person, or love them as a person but hate their work? Also, what are your thoughts on the state of play, the PlayStation thing?
Person who I love their work but I hate them as a person. That is a good one.
I don't hate him, but like.
I think Tarantino's like one that I dislike as a person. Probably would find him unpleasant to talk to, but I love his work. His backlog is really good.
Yeah, that's a good one. Like I was gonna say I don't hate him, but like anytime I see like any like footage or screenshot of like a fucking Hayao Miyazaki talking, it's like I probably would not want to be.
Oh yeah, he's kind of a boomer. Like that's one of the things I would say. He's kind of a dick, but he's just kind of a boomer. Like his whole like statements about anime are kind of more boomerish than a lot of them. Some of them he may have points in, but like it really just comes off as like an old man.
Yeah.
Like the one where it's like I think Nolan showed me this one where it's like this guy creates like an animation like a very like it's kind of not innovative, but it's like kind of impressive, and he just kind of like writes it off. Yeah, he kind of dismisses the shit out of it. It's like he basically makes it seem like you just disgraced me. Like he just kind of laying it on to him a little bit too thick for no reason.
Yeah.
Who I hate them as a person.
I typically just separate the art from the artist. I don't really hate a lot of people though.
I'm trying to think of a person that makes good shit that's like really like a dickhead. Like
who's Kanye? But like he's mixed though, isn't he?
I don't hate Kanye as a person. That's the biggest problem though.
He's a jackass, but fucking I don't hate him.
Yeah, like him as a person, I think that I hate him for his like I don't really hate him. I more hate him for his politics and the certain things that he tries to like that he says about him. They're just kind of like either wrong or they're just kind of like misinformed. But I don't hate him as a person. I also would hate that he tries to spread that shit. But who's a person? You know what's a good way? Look at a person who's been like people put in like cancel culture, because I think I could like probably pick out some people in there. I guess I could say Louis. Louis is the one. I don't love his work, like love him, but I thought that he was pretty funny, and some of the shows he was on were pretty good. Though I think as a person he's kind of a dickhead.
Yeah.
Well, I don't love their work, but it's kind of like I like it on the inverse. Let's like shift this question. 50 Cent. I hate his work, but I love him as a person because he's a dickhead. That's
I think they put the inverse in the question. So if you have any person like you love but you hate their work.
I love 50 Cent because he's a fucking
that's
scumbag.
Understandable. That's a good way to put that.
He just like does like some of the stuff that he does is like it's really funny. Some of the people that are like dumb, like Floyd Mayweather, it's pretty funny for him to shit on. But like there's some words like Terry Crews where it's just kind of despicable, but like he is the perfect rap supervillain. And I love it. I don't care how fucking like terrible his views are, or like fucking terrible like some of his fans are. It's fucking hilarious.
Like it's like I'm trying to think of like work I hate, and I don't really. Because a kind of recent for me is like I like James Rolfe. I like James Rolfe, but I don't like a lot of his new videos because he doesn't make a lot of them. It's Silvermania.
I would say you don't hate him.
I don't hate him. I like his work. I like him as a person, but I don't like it. I'm not a fan of the stuff he's in now.
Oh, because of the Silvermania people?
Yeah, the Silvermania people. The new AVGN's not as good anymore.
Yeah.
I just like James. James is fucking just cool to like listen to. And
it'd be cool if he was like independent and he had like a couple people, not like at least a different like people that are not them.
Well, because like he was independent but like earlier in his career, and then he teamed up with Screw Attack, and now they don't exist anymore. And then the Silvermania bots in a massacre.
Yeah.
It's like Yeah. I would say just like go back and like watch a bunch of, because I've been watching a bunch of his older like cool movie reviews, like the really short ones, but like he just talks about shit like Spider-Man 3. I like those a lot. They've been really good white noise for me.
I don't really hate him because I was trying to get into his like I don't really like him. I don't necessarily hate him though. He's a weirdo. When I'm recently trying to get into his movies, I just watched a few of his movies, like Woody Allen.
Oh yeah,
he has a good backlog of movies. He's kind of a weirdo.
Oh yeah, say that for a lot of people in just Hollywood in general, like Tom Cruise or just
Tom Cruise is like he has like some really good movies under him, but he's kind of like
not a great person.
Not a great person.
Oh yeah, what are your thoughts on the State of Play, Mars? That's another thing.
State of Play was the most fucking lame shit ever.
That was fucking awesome. I'm really happy we went out of our way to watch that.
I thought it was gonna be like a little bit. I wasn't expecting like the PS5 stuff, but it was like the thing is that there's cool stuff in there, but it is like Call of Duty.
Very few and far between.
It ended like how we thought it was gonna be Last of Us shit, and I'm not excited for Last of Us 2 or care. I think the funniest one was like LA Noire VR.
That was fucking awesome.
Because like, I don't know. Do you think VR would make that game? Because that game's already like kind of.
It's already in VR. You can play it on your PC right now.
No, but that game's kind of fucked already. So it's just like it's. Like,
I don't mind the concept of being in VR. I just like the fact that like this Sony exclusive like little press conference where they're having like, okay, this is like all the new stuff, all our new exclusives that we're gonna have on here. LA Noire VR, PSVR.
Yeah, that was just like there's shit like that, and it's only 20 minutes, so it's just like you gave
spent like 3 minutes on that, and they spent like no time on Medieval.
No,
no.
Like they had Medieval. The guy that made fucking Katamari Damask is a new game that looks pretty good. They have this one game that started off that is just a fucking PS5 or PS4 tech demo with like, that's what it looked like to me. It's probably pretty cool, but it just looks like a fucking tech demo, they had like some it seemed like an indie game. It was like about you going to hell or some shit. That looked,
oh yeah, that one. I've heard about that one. I think it's already coming. I think it's also coming to PC though.
Yeah. What else came out during State of the Play? They had like they had PSVR stuff and it was like a sizzle reel.
That's Stranding piss controller.
That controller sucks.
It does.
It already sucks that I don't like the color of it because it is literally piss, but it doesn't even have the baby inside.
No.
But you can play Civilization on your PS4.
Yeah.
I don't care. Everyone that's into Civ, like you can
just
run that on
PC.
like you can have like it doesn't take a lot to run Civ.
No.
It takes like fucking like
no, it's a very accessible game.
Yeah, it's just like why do
maybe the newer one, I don't know.
Just get it on your PC.
Civ 6, if you want to play Civ 6, I guess.
It's just
I imagine you could if you're a Civ player, you find a way to run that shit on your PC, no matter if you have the specs or not. You fucking need a PS4.
You don't need to see Gandhi in 4K. Little bastard.
Oh, and then Last of Us 2.
Last of Us 2, I'm not interested into it at all.
I am also not interested.
I'm not uninterested because they announced the multiplayer stuff that they're not doing, but like it is like the multiplayer is actually pretty cool. Like that's the surprising thing about it.
That's what I liked that about the first game when I played it.
It just had like because like it seems on like the from like looking at it, it's just like either like Uncharted or like Tomb Raider, to where like their multiplayer is this kind of like lame or kind of basic, but like that one's actually fun. Like I would watch. Had like a
following. 2 people were playing that shit before the servers went down.
Yeah, it was like, and people go like, it's a single player game, and it's like true. I'm not gonna say it's not, but it was like that shit was cool. And it just seems like I don't know. It's like Last of Us 2. Like I don't get like. It just looks boring. Like that's the one thing. It's like it seems like Last of Us 1 with better graphics, which obviously.
I just like the exciting gameplay of them, like showing Ellie riding a horse in the snow.
Yeah, it's just like.
Where it's not even like, okay, I literally played Red Dead Redemption 2, and like that was more engaging looking.
And this game takes, you know what? And that's the one thing. It's like the game took too fucking long. Like Red Dead and fucking Death Stranding came out.
The end of the fucking cycle. The end of the life cycle for.
Yeah, that's like another thing because it's just gonna come to the PS5 with a remaster. Yeah. So like, what's the fucking point?
I guess you could say the same thing for the first game though.
Yeah, but
because like that it came out in like 2013.
Yeah, but that would piss me off if I was like then if I bought the game, because I didn't buy the game.
People who brought Breath of the Wild on Switch,
on Wii U.
That's why people who brought Breath of the Wild on Wii U.
Nah, didn't they already announce there was a port for that? They were just like desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah, this. I don't know. It's. I also just don't, because I see like the collector's edition is like $180 for one playthrough.
Yeah, it's a good point. Like, I'm gonna spend that much money for this thing. Like, yeah, it's interactive. It's like I could watch all this on YouTube and get the same like emotion out of it.
I don't suggest that, but like I just think that it's just like one playthrough and the game's done. Like that's the one thing about like Uncharted that's like lame. Is that like you play Uncharted once and it's like, well, what's the point in replaying it? There's no real replayability other than like little story nuances that you can probably catch. And I was like, I can just like look at like, I'll just look at the cutscenes
like
on
almost
YouTube,
every Telltale game.
Yeah, I just don't want to. If I ever do play that game, it's either I rent it or it's like it's just on sale or something. Cause like I don't know, if it was like on sale for like $25, like it looks pretty. I'll have a fun like a very mid-range story, and like something to really test out the PS4 or the PS5 or some shit and see what it can do. That'll be interesting, but other than that, like the gameplay is just gonna be really basic. The graphics will be amazing, but I also just don't really like the direction Naughty Dog's in. Like I feel like it's just kind of lame that they went from like cartoony Crash and like Jack and Daxter to just being like boring adventure games and just like so no fun allowed with like The Last of Us or like any other future games. There's gonna be a third game probably too.
Yeah, probably.
So
it'll be middle-aged Ellie.
Yeah. She'll probably like have her
gets fridged.
Her wife gets like killed or something.
Yeah, her wife gets killed in the fridge.
I'm forgetting about this. Is the fridge a thing?
Yeah, the fridge is a thing.
I forget about the fridge.
If you have a love interest who solely exists to die.
Oh.
And that's probably what she has.
Oh, she gets put in the fridge. Yeah. Oh. I can't wait for Last of Us 3 to come out because there's gonna be possibly a shift in Naughty Dog or not. They'll make another dour, boring game.
Make another dour game. All right, from Transmission Rory, are you glad that BoJack Horseman is ending?
Yes.
Is coming to an end?
Yes, because I don't think that they'll make another season. For one, it's just kind of like, yeah, it's like BoJack is old. Like, it's really old, and it's like it's kind of coming to a right conclusion. But also, apparently those like people, I don't know if they unionized or like they're trying to get unionized or like something. There was that stuff going on. I don't know if that's settled, but I'm pretty sure the upper management's not necessarily happy either, or they are either way. So they might be a little bit like, yeah, we probably want this to be gone. I don't know. I'm not a
BoJack's ending because they didn't win the Emmy.
Yeah, I don't know. People are saying that they're getting canceled because they unionize, I think, but I don't. I think the show's is coming to a conclusion, but
I don't know. BoJack ending. Yeah, it's about the right time for it. BoJack's been through a lot, and it's like, yeah, I can feel that the end is coming.
I mean, like, it would just kind of get like a little bit.
The show's had like ups and downs. It's like, okay,
should probably pretty aggravating if it just like kept on for like more seasons. Like, it just seems like a show that needs like a conclusion because it would just be like I don't know. How do you feel about like them releasing it in parts?
Oh, they're doing the Sopranos where they're just releasing the last season in parts.
Are you gonna watch them in parts, or are you gonna like wait? Because like I'll
watch them in parts. I'll watch them in parts.
Because I was considering, it's like, do I want
to? Yeah, do we want to do an episode? Do we want to do an episode on part 1 and part 2, or do you want to just like wait?
Depends. I think it's a 12-episode season, so maybe like 6. We can watch 6. I don't know. Maybe we should flip a coin. Let's flip a coin because that's more interesting.
Flip a coin. Yeah, sure. Why not? I have a coin right here.
All right. Heads we do it. Tails we don't.
Heads we wait. Heads we do it in parts. Tails we just do it when it's over.
Yeah.
When yeah, sure. Okay. Are you flipping a coin or I'm flipping a coin? I'll flip it. I have a coin in my hand. I was just questioning. I didn't know if you had one because I heard you changing. All right, I'll fucking flip it. Here we go. It's the deciding factor. All right, yeah, heads. Okay. All right, here you go. Oh fuck! God damn it! Can't flip a coin. Fuck. All right. One more time. God, all right, got it. It's heads.
All right, we'll do it then.
All right, there we go. Deciding factor, just like that, Two-Face.
Well, the thing is that I can't make decisions for myself.
That's understandable. I am the exact same way, and I don't know. It gives us more episodes.
One time I wanted to watch a movie, and I was just like, what do I want to watch? So I spent a whole hour and a half putting movies into a wheel spinner for like with a bunch of movies and deciding like, what do I want to watch? And I spun the wheel, and I was like, oh, watch Serpico, and then I watched half of it. It's a good movie. I just never finished it.
It is. It's a good movie.
All right. Yeah. From Nil, can you watch The Boys? No.
I already have.
Do you like it?
It's a good show. It's good. Mars, watch it. You should watch it. Mars, I'm probably gonna watch it on the plane when you get over here.
It has to win the wheel.
Just watch it. Just watch it on the plane.
I have to do the wheel. Like, it's like how when I was talking to Porch was like, you should watch Kevin Smith movies, and he had a 50-50 chance, and then he lost.
Have you never seen a Kevin Smith movie?
I watched Clerks like once when I was like ages ago, when I don't remember shit.
Oh damn.
My phase is like typing up shit in a bucket list and watching Family Guy episodes and stuff I should be watching.
See, I would do that, but then I just ended up watching The Sopranos and shit like that. It's like, okay, I need to start watching. I'm gonna fucking watch the Wire.
I got to like middle way of Sopranos. And I didn't hate it, but it was just like I get burned out really easily.
That's understandable. I watched all of it in like
I have two more episodes of Oz.
I watched like the first 3 seasons of it, and then I kind of dropped it or I think I watched the first season, then I dropped it. Or it's the first episode and I dropped it. I don't fucking remember. I know I dropped it.
When does it become like legendary? Because it's good, but it's not legendary. It's not legendary at the point where I'm at. It's kind of like it's still within its it's still good, but it's still getting within its
I think it's not just like this legendary. It's like, oh shit, this is a Kino moment that happens. Like there are some really good moments, but it's like,
you know what I mean, like greatness, like
yeah, it's not like a Breaking Bad where it's like, oh shit, when he becomes Heisenberg, that's when the show starts.
I had to finish that because I got to the season of like Breaking Bad, and I just kind of like I didn't drop it because I didn't like it. I just dropped it because of like
I did the same thing,
and I think it was like it's the season where like him and like that black guy and it looks like a fucking like.
Oh yeah, fucking him, yeah.
Yeah, I got to him where he starts working for him.
Yeah.
And he's like, I think it got to the one with the plane, which is a really funny moment. Where he starts trying to justify the plane.
The plane, yeah.
You know, in some cases, it's actually.
In some cases, it's like season 2, yeah. Oh, season 3, yeah.
Got to there. It's pretty good. I just need to organize and sit down and choose what do I want to do. What am I gonna watch?
I'm pretty defined. Like I was gonna like, oh, I should watch. I really want to watch Mad Men again because I like that show a lot. But it's like I should watch The Wire because I haven't seen it yet. It's like, oh, I really need to watch The Wire because they have fucking Amazon.
I kind of just want to reboot and watch all the fucking anime I watched when I was younger, but like, it's not too much time. That's too much.
No. You do that and you're like, oh man, I was a cringe kid. Because I did that.
I did not watch cringe anime. I watched only the good stuff.
It's a lie, and you know it.
I watched some cringe.
I don't know. I can't remember. I didn't watch anime I didn't really watch anime when I was a kid, aside from like the stupid Saturday morning Pokemon stuff. Like the occasional anime I watched was just like on Toonami, like Inuyasha or Cat Bebop or Big O or something.
I just took what the boomers told me to watch, and it was like pretty good.
Just like that.
I want to read. I want to read manga though, because there's like one that
Mangoes.
There's one called Vinland Saga that's pretty cool. It's on Amazon. You should watch it.
I've been meaning to read the Black Lagoon manga that I have because I wanted to like, as I like that show a lot. It's like, oh, I want to keep going with these characters because it's like the same. I just haven't. There's like just a shit ton of it though. Yeah, dude. All right. From Spider, what are some of your pet peeves when it comes to the way other people criticize things, and what are your favorite Lego minifigures?
Okay, so. Nostalgia Critic The Wall.
Okay, that's
don't ever do shit like that ever in your life.
We have a question from Dr. Z, so he was gonna ask about that too. So I guess you want to mention that.
Okay.
So what the hell happened with that? I didn't watch it. And I'm not going to watch it.
I didn't watch it either, but like I know basically he made like a thing about like Pink Floyd's The Wall, which I didn't even really know existed, but like
yeah, it's against the wall.
He made a musical and it is fucking atrocious and unfunny, and it's
like
just kind of.
You mean like all his musicals?
How many does he have?
There's the Moulin Rouge one. There's the Les Miserables one, and I don't remember any of them.
Well, I've heard people describe it as the worst review ever.
It probably is the worst one, yeah.
Like I'm looking at the like to dislike ratio is 15 to 16,000.
Okay.
Like 15,000, 16,000. So, like I don't know, shit like Doug Walker. Not like shit like that style, but like how some of them go about it is like really lame. Like some skits, I don't know. I feel like certain skits within videos. I don't like how that.
Leave those skits alone.
What's another way of people criticizing stuff that I don't like? I don't like it when people go for like too many nitpicks.
Yeah, CinemaSins.
Yeah, like the way how that one, because it's just kind of like that's not even like criticism. It's just
it's just they're doing that.
There's like, why does this kid have 3 copies of Pokemon Blue? Like, it's genuine. That's cool. That's a funny thing to point out, but like it's shit like that. It's like some of the worst things you can do. It's another way that I dislike.
I guess it's not really a criticism thing, but I'm not a fan of YouTube videos that, or just like things that do this. Like, is this just in general? Like, if I click on your video or like I want to see a review for something, talk about it immediately. Don't fucking like have like a whole thing at the beginning. Like, I don't care.
Oh yeah, like try to get into it as fast as you probably can. Like when, like there's sometimes where it just like it kind of takes a while to get into the whole point, but like you just kind of have to get into it. Cause like there's sometimes where it takes like 5 minutes to get in.
I remember like there's a fucking like not even just like a YouTuber thing, but like some critics have done this. Like I tried to read some reviews for some movies, and like these critics have written like paragraphs of shit where, like the movie isn't mentioned until like the 3rd paragraph or the 5th paragraph. It's like, all right, awesome. Yeah. I'm really happy you met this guy at a party.
What's the thing that's really fucking cringe that happens in criticism? Well, there's some of mine. Those are really the only ones that are like they either don't get to the point or like they try to like if some of them try to make comedy like Doug Walker and it's like really cringe skits, and I hate that in like some of the review videos.
Yeah, to be skits or don't if you don't
be good at them. If you're gonna do them, I don't know how to be good.
If you have to think about being good at them, just like don't do it. Honestly, I'm tired of skits. Anytime there's a skit in some shit, I'm tired of it. Like fucking like H Bomber. I watched a little bit of H Bomber guys, like other videos. Like fucking I watched his Lovecraft one, which is pretty right, and then I watched his Penny Arcade one. Anytime there's a skit in that, I just fucking hit the fast forward button immediately. It sucked. I didn't fucking like those.
I like some of his other videos. I don't really care about.
His videos are fine. I just didn't like his skits. They fucking leave him out of that shit.
Damn. I don't like his I don't say I don't like because I never watched them. I don't really give a shit about his video game videos.
Yeah.
Don't care. Sorry. Other stuff is rather interesting. What's your favorite Lego minifigure though? You never answered.
Oh yeah, Mars. I know you're like a big fan of the Greedo minifigure.
No, fuck Greedo.
All right, minifigure. What's your favorite minifigure? Lego minifigure, Mars. This is more of a question for me.
I like the Shaq minifigure.
Yeah, like the fucking basketball player minifigures with like. I think they were like McDonald's toys where they just have like fucked up faces.
No,
Lego
their faces are pretty accurate. Have you seen Shaq? That's a pretty accurate minifigure if you have to get as minimalist as you. They have like springs in them so they can jump higher.
They like springs. These suck. Yeah, look up Lego basketball faces and you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like they're.
I like they have one for Tim Duncan, but like he's actually kind of light skinned, but they made him dark skinned because they're lazy.
These are like the worst faces Lego's ever produced. These are terrible.
Look at the guy in the middle. That's not even him. That's Tony. Look at like him and Shaq are the same dart.
That's all they need. Favorite Lego minifigure? I don't know. I don't really. I guess the one that I have. I like the Spider-Man minifigure that I used to have. Like for the Sam Raimi one from like 2002. That's pretty cool. I think I still have that somewhere. I need to find it though. I don't know the current one that I have. I don't know. I have a bunch of minifigures. So if you ask me my favorite shit, I don't know. I have a bunch of like ships and stuff. I like the TIE fighters. I have Overwatch minifigures. I don't know. I just like minifigures in general are just fine. I like just like the Lego minifigures.
You play with Legos, you're a pedophile. Next question.
All right. Okay.
Someone right. Do you follow D&D? Because someone asked your favorite D&D show.
Yeah, Foilhead says favorite D&D show. I don't really watch D&D shows. I don't watch like Critical Role or anything like that. I used to listen to fucking Adventure Zone, but I just could not get into that shit.
Which one's Adventure Zone? What's his?
Adventure Zone's the normie one that you hated by fucking is it Coxon? No, that's fucking my brother and me. I think. Oh no, I don't fucking remember. It's one of those guys. It's one of those.
Well, I don't like D&D. Oh, it has the guy from My Brother and Me. Yeah.
My brother and me. That's them. There you go.
Yeah,
the one that you fucking. I know you tried listening to it and you're like, no, fuck this. This is too normie.
Yeah, because they're just like they're sometimes you just go too far gone and you just see a bunch of like.
Not a fucking.
You see a bunch of just like guys being happy, and you're like, I can't get into that. Fuck you.
I can get into this. Like, I just like it depends on like if I like them or not. It's like I didn't really care for them. I like their show. I like the my brother and me fucking things I've seen a little bit, but it's like
I like clips of them, not necessarily.
Yeah. I like their Amelie. That's about it. I don't know, D&D shows. I don't really watch that many. I mean, I watched. I guess the only thing comparable to that is I watched. I was getting into the game. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines because I played the the Vampire the Masquerade because I played the game Bloodlines, and I am currently in a like a real life role playing session of that. Like I do that like every other Sunday, and it's pretty good. I like the game a lot. But I watched the Geeks and Sundry. They have a game of that. And it's alright. It's okay if you like are into it, especially if you're into like the lore of Vampire the Masquerade. But it's like it's just a fucking soap opera. It's very evident. That's what that is. It's fun to watch though. It's alright. They have like the video game cameos, like the guy from Detroit Become Human, Connor. Alright, it's okay. I'd rather play D&D than watch other people play D&D.
I'd rather do neither.
I like D&D's fun.
No. I just found it
you've
really
never tried it. You never fully tried it.
I have tried it. It was boring because you guys like the rules are not really explained well, and it's like, oh, I don't like sitting around and trying to use my imagination. Even though I like using my imagination for like, even though I love my imagination.
Well, the D&D game you did was like the meme one. It sucks. No.
Listen, I don't like fantasy shit, bro.
Okay, that's understandable. I guess why you didn't like Disenchantment. All right. I don't know. I guess I get you though. I don't know. I like D&D a lot. I've been getting into it recently. I've had like a Pokemon D&D thing I've been doing recently with IRL friends as well. That's fun. From R. Walterson. Question. With The Dark Crystal out on Netflix and Neil Gaiman developing a reboot of The Storyteller, what's another Henson property that you would want to see come back?
What are those like commercials where like he shoots like
the Wilkins coffee?
Yeah, Logan's Coffee. This show.
Wilkins Coffee, yeah. It's just Kermit, fucking Ralph the dog. You don't even need to do that. I don't know. What's another Jim Henson property?
He did Labyrinth.
Fraggle Rock.
Redo Labyrinth, but like Oh
yeah, redo Labyrinth. Sure. Who the fuck's gonna play Dave? No, we can't. David Bowie's not there.
Bring back a guy with a huge cock. I don't know.
No, it's not the same. It's not the Bowie bulge.
What's another stuff that he did?
Everything's been done. Like Muppets is coming back, and Dark Crystal's a thing. So, I guess the only thing left is Fraggle Rock. I guess a new Fraggle Rock would be cool.
Bring back Sam and Friends. It's one of his things.
Bring back Swamp Years. I want to see what they're up to.
They wanted to do Muppets in Manhattan, but they canceled that shit.
They did. Now they're shilling for Facebook.
That's fucking terrible.
They've been shills for years. It's fine. Lipton iced tea. Fucking Jared from Subway. From Fish Boy Gazer. Question for Mars. Thoughts on the Steven Universe movie? I watched it too. Fuck you. All right. Would you ever re-review the show? Since it's been very difficult since the last time you talked about it. No. Since it's very different from the last time you talked about it.
No, I'm out of Steven Universe. Not because of the movie. I
like the movie too, but it's like, yeah, I can stop with Steven Universe for a while.
Nah, like it's just like for the movie, I enjoyed it. I thought the movie was pretty good.
Yeah.
Early on, it's just kind of a recap episode, which didn't bother me because I didn't watch in a while. But maybe if I did, I'd probably be like, this is pretty lame. But that didn't. It was all right. I thought the movie was it had some really good songs in it. I enjoyed a lot of it. Thought Spinell was actually a really good character. It was surprising.
I thought she was fine, but like I kind of realized like, okay, this movie only exists so they can introduce her.
Oh, the movie?
And then now she's just like a part of the thing now.
Yeah, it wasn't really anything like.
Yeah, nothing really happened in the movie now that I think about it, except for like the whole thing, like the consequence, but that is now fixed.
Oh, they say that that's gonna play something in the next season, but I don't know. A lot of stuff has to play into that next season. I like the song. You know, it's a musical, so if you like the songs, it's gonna go far for you with this one. But I didn't really like some of how it kind of ended up. I like the resolution in it. It was just kind of like,
yeah, I didn't care for that.
How it ended. It just felt like when the diamonds are like in the movie, their inclusion is always just gonna be fucking awkward. Yeah. But them just like kind of like at the end It's just like, all right, we're gonna sweep you up. And it's like, that's kind of, I don't know how I feel about that. Just like that character being picked up by them, but
man, that's a recipe for disaster.
I don't. Will I re-review the show? Nah. It's like I don't. That show has been like picked apart and like talked about by
everyone's
everyone.
Talked about
it's
it.
Like
everyone's had a lot of things to say about it.
It's just like there's no point. There is literally nothing to like speak about other than like maybe memeing it, but like I'm just gonna let that one sit to like the experts, like the round table or
yeah, Mr. Fox. Mr. Fox knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it to them because they're more passionate about it than like me.
Exactly.
Like they like study that shit like it's fucking like a college exam. So
I like
no,
the
Rebecca
show.
Sugar's gonna fucking fail me.
When it first, I don't know, when the show first started, just like I really liked it a lot. Like I didn't really, I was into it, and then I dropped off for a while, and the movie came out, and it's like, all right. I ended up watching all the episodes again, or like not all the episodes, like a majority of the episodes that I missed. Like I just get the shit into the filler ones. It's like, I don't know. I guess the show's so different now. It's like, I don't know if I like the direction it's going. Like I feel like there's been a lot of decent moments, but there's been a lot of cringe. I don't know.
It's a lot more like when you can binge it. It is admittedly a much better show, but like those in betweens are just like they're so brutal. And
that's why I dropped off, because I was tired of the Stephen bombs. I didn't care anymore.
I just wanted to. I was just kind of like when they announced that there's another season. I was like, I just want this whole like show to just
please
be done with, so I can just watch it in its totality, and then it'd just be over. Cause I don't know. There's like certain shows I don't even hate the show, but like I just want it to end. I have the same feel for Bojack. As like I want all these shows from like the early.
I feel like less of that with Bojack. I want it to end, but like for a different reason than Steven Universe. I
think mine is more of just like I just want it to be over. Bojack is like I just want it to like actually conclude. So like
I think what would more exemplify what I'm talking about is like I remember like 2015 when like they had their San Diego Comic-Con trailer where they had like all the gems singing "We Are the Crystal Gems." And it's like that really nice music video of the whole song. And it's like, oh, it ends with a fucking yellow diamond like turning your head and looking at the audience and fucking like, oh shit. Like shit is going down. It's like, and now we're at this point, and I'm like, all right.
No, you will never get a Steven Universe re-review. I don't even know what I said in that shit, so it's like all that shit probably.
You don't know what you said last week. It's fine.
I really don't. People know my videos more than me. Like that's true because I just like have short-term memory loss.
Oh.
All right. Well, that's the last question.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that was the Half and Half podcast, and after this we're gonna go to New York Comic-Con, and then we're gonna have 4 tickets to Joker, please.
Yeah, we're all gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go watch Joker. Anyway, yeah. So that's the Half and Half podcast. You can you can follow us on Anchor, follow us on Twitter, all our social media stuff in the descriptions and stuff. Yeah. And well, our next thing will hopefully be Joker, and probably an After Dark about our trip on New York Comic-Con and shit like that. Maybe. Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Just watch your back in general, I guess. Like, it doesn't even matter. Just like, doesn't have to be at the theater. Just watch your back and just like when you go to fucking like pump your gas.
All right. Okay then. All right. See you guys. Thank you.